It may be the most anticipated event in recent TV history. The final season of Game of Thrones begins Sunday on Crave. It's been 7 seasons of murder and scheming, but even the biggest fan might struggle to remember it all. Whether you've never watched or you just need a refresher, worry not. Spoiler alert. Here's a recap of what's gone down in the battle for the Iron Throne.
This is Ned Stark. Ned lives at Winterfell in the north. He moves south to be King Robert's right-hand man.
Lord Eddard Stark, I would name you the Hand of the King.
This is Cersei, the king's wife, and her twin brother Jaime. Ned finds out Cersei and Jaime are romantically involved, and that the king isn't the father of Cersei's 3 kids, including their demonic son and heir to the throne, Joffrey.
What did you say?
Before Ned can spill the beans, the king is killed by a pig. Joffrey becomes king and has Ned executed.
Bring me his head.
King Robert has 2 brothers who think they should be king. They go to war. One of them is dating a sorceress who gives birth to a smoke monster who kills the other brother. Then he's killed by Brienne of Tarth, an Amazon-like woman with exceptional fighting skills. King Joffrey is poisoned at his own wedding. He dies too, leaving his younger and less deranged brother to rule. But his mom, Cersei, blows up a church, killing his wife and hundreds of other people. He throws himself out a window. Cersei takes the Iron Throne for herself.
Long may she reign.
Back in the north, Ned's son Robb wants to avenge his father, but he's killed, along with his wife, unborn child, and his mother at another wedding. Across the Narrow Sea is Daenerys Targaryen. She's the daughter of the previous king, the one before King Robert. She marries a warlord, but he dies too. At his funeral, she walks into his pyre, but when it burns out, she's fine. And her 3 dragon eggs have hatched into live baby dragons. She also wants to take the throne.
When my dragons are grown, we will burn cities to the ground.
She frees a slave army of trained soldiers and makes an alliance with this brother and sister who have just fled their home with a bunch of ships because their uncle killed their dad. At her side, she's got Tyrion Lannister, the dwarf brother of Cersei and Jaime. He hates his big sister because, well, she's evil.
A day will come when you think you're safe and happy, and your joy will turn to ashes in your mouth.
Meanwhile, Ned's illegitimate son, Jon Snow, has been living in the north, protecting the country from savages who live north of a giant wall of ice. He becomes friends with the savages. Some of his colleagues don't like that. They kill him. Remember that sorceress? She's there, and she brings Jon back to life. He fights a giant battle to take back his home of Winterfell, and he becomes King of the North.
King of the North!
His half-siblings Sansa, Arya, and Bran all have been on their own since their father Ned was executed back in season 1. They've now reunited back at home.
You saw me.
Bran has visions.
Daenerys heads across the sea with her dragons, her armies, and Tyrion Lannister. She meets Jon Snow. They spend the night together, but wait. It turns out Jon Snow isn't illegitimate after all. He's the son of Ned's sister and Daenerys' brother, who married in secret.
This day, until the end of my days.
Which means
He's the heir to the Iron Throne.
he doesn't know it yet. Neither does Daenerys. But it may not matter, because wait, who's this guy? He's the Night King, the leader of the army of the dead. He's got millions of zombie soldiers, and one of Daenerys' dragons, also now a zombie, and he's marching south to kill, well, everyone.
what will happen next. The final season, oh man, the final season of Game of Thrones premieres this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern on Crave. We will have full reaction with a full voice on Monday morning.